All right, today we're gonna sing a song called Trans and Transparent. Are you ready? A one, a two, a 1, 2, 3, 4.
Trans and transparent. We are some sexy trannies. We like to transition and take a lot of hormones.
Wait.
Take a lot of hormones. Does that hormone? I sure hope she does. Kinda hate that.
Hey, welcome.
So is this our new career now? We're making music. Imagine.
Don't you remember when we did a song together about your grandfather?
Did we? This I forget.
Really? Because we were like at my house when I was growing up. We had a basement with like I had like a guitar. I had a drum set from my granddad.
Right.
So we were there, and I don't know if it's just a thing that all kids do with their friends, like write songs together. But we wanted to write a song together, and it was like right after where you said your grandfather passed away or something.
Not right. Definitely not right after, but it might have been a few years after, but it was still like...
Yeah, so you wanted to write a song about it because you didn't know him.
Yeah.
I think. So we wrote like an emotional song about that.
That's crazy.
I don't remember what it was, but...
Don't we love trauma?
Must have been a good song.
Must have been.
Because you wanted to sing.
Yeah. I don't know
and
why.
as we just heard, you're a wonderful singer.
I'm the best.
Yeah.
I'm basically Ariana Grande. Okay, not that I was singing seriously there.
Well. All right, y'all. Thank you. No.
Oh, what the fuck?
Hello and welcome to Transparent. We're going to get into this episode right away. So sit back, relax, enjoy. Let's get into it.
Let's have fun.
Tell me how much you love me. Tell me you'll never doubt me. Tell me how much I changed your life. Say you can't live without me.
I was in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And there was a sticker that said fart sauna.
Oh. That's very up your alley.
Yep. I just loved it.
Yeah.
It was actually a cool sticker. I would want it.
Take a picture.
Yeah. Or like print it on a t-shirt, you know. Fart sauna.
Fart sauna.
How you like that?
I love it. Not very on brand for me, but
for me.
for you, yes.
Apparently.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Transsexually. Definitely.
Where does that come from? I feel like you say that a lot. I don't know.
It's me.
Okay.
It's fine.
Transsexually.
I always say occasionally, potentially, allegedly, transsexually.
We need to have that on a shirt as well.
We do.
Well,
actually, it's my thing.
We're actually thinking about merch.
Yes.
So let us know if that's something you'd want. You can either just leave a comment on Spotify, YouTube, follow us on Instagram, DM us, write in our Discord as well. Give us ideas if that's something you'd want, whether that's like a bag or a keychain or a t-shirt, whatever it is. We'll try our best to also like make it affordable and cheap as possible. It doesn't have to be like super.
It's not going to be designer.
No.
Don't worry.
But still something cool and good. Yeah. Because I'm a graphic designer, so it's going to be...
It's going to be poppin'.
Yeah.
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 Actually, that brings me to a topic. You remember when you like a little while ago you made this like designs for t-shirts for that brand?
Yeah.
Or that company?
Yeah.
That was a whole thing.
Yeah, it's called Tame Psychotic. You can search it up like on Instagram. And the guy who runs it is called Marshall Cruz. He's also like an influencer, and this was way back, or not way back, but it was like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So I was making designs for his clothing brand.
Mm.
And like we also had like a FaceTime call, and he was like really, really nice to me. And like it was also in the beginning of my testosterone journey, so I was like really scared that he would like clock me or something, but didn't happen. And then I designed some shirts, and then this was right when Trump got shot in the ear.
Oh, right.
Do you remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. So right when that happened, he was like, could you make designs of Trump being shot in the ear? And first I was like, okay, maybe it's that he doesn't like Trump. But then he wanted it to be about like very much, yeah, America, you know? I don't remember exactly what the words were, but it was more towards that direction. Like, like Trump is really cool. He got shot in the ear and he's still like thriving, you know? So then, and it was also, he would pay me more for that because it was such a short span that he wanted me to do it. And it was also in a time where I was like, didn't have another job, so I really needed the money. But then I still said no because it's Trump, and like,
Yeah.
the things that he's done to our community is like just
Vile.
And this was also before a lot of it. But yeah, so I decided not to do it. But then he still sold those shirts. I guess he designed them himself instead. But then I didn't want to do designs anymore. So I was so desperate to like have a job, and I was super grateful to be able to work with like an influencer, like design clothes. I was like, oh my God. But now like, I've always known that I wanted to be in that position of like being the influencer to and have people help me.
Yeah.
And also people who like work with people who are also part of the LGBT community, so I don't feel like I have to hide something, so that person doesn't feel like they have to hide something about themselves, and so that we're on the same page and fight for the same thing, you know?
That's the thing. I can't wait for the day if we ever are able to like scale this enough to be able to have like employees to just have a full queer staff would be my dream.
Awesome.
Be so amazing.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. I really want to... It's so hard, like... Because this is also another topic that I've seen people talk about online a little bit, is like... People are very hypercritical of everything trans people do. And it kind of can bug me a little bit, because I'm like... It's really hard to find trans people thrive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's really hard finding people in high positions at companies, or doing their
trans.
own thing, or like be in the government, or
being, like successful, rich, having their own company, being the boss, you know?
Exactly. And I think like right now I feel like it's kind of I can get frustrated when people have a lot to say about trans people doing a lot, or working hard, or trying to make a living, doing the things that they want to do, or like kind of also finding their niche and working with the things they want to work with, kind of.
Yeah.
And I personally really love to see when other trans creators thrive, or love to see when people do really well.
Like start a business.
Yeah.
Like, I would feel really, like I would feel super inspired if I saw like another trans guy like becoming successful and like buying a car and a house, or like these things.
Yes.
That would be like, oh shit, okay, this means that cis people can do it. Of course, we know that. And when cis people do these kinds of things, they get like praised for it, or they like super cool. So it would be awesome if trans people also could do that and be praised for it the same way, because they're also just people wanting to be successful the same way cis people want to, you know?
Yeah.
So it should be the same.
Exactly.
Same thing. But of course, it's also even more difficult when you're trans.
Yeah, you have a lot of roadblocks that you have to work through, and a lot of hate and negativity you have to deal with on a daily.
Yeah.
And also people like our comment sections are filled with hate.
Yeah.
A lot. Which, you know, is a part of the gig at this point. Like, it's nothing new. It's nothing crazy. It's nothing...
That's something every single trans creator gets.
Yes, exactly. So that part is nothing new. I think more so I'm just confused as to like because I've seen some people, you know, like are so critical of every move that a trans person makes in different scenarios, for example. So I personally, I'm very much like, when I see people doing well, especially other trans people, I'm like, bitch,
You go.
work,
Yeah.
carry, do what you need to do. And I feel like we automatically become such like, or like it becomes like your voice, you have to be perfect 100% of the time, which is just not human either. Which I think it can be like a little bit weird
Yeah.
to put that kind of pressure on people all the time.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's just something I've thought about. Because I've seen like some different things, like a little bit like online of like
Online. on the internet.
on the internet. No, but I've seen like some people, you know,
on social media. So
on
like
social
dating
media,
apps.
like dating apps. No, but like kind of put other creators down for doing
Having a job.
for having a job, or for like making like being a creator a career.
Yeah.
For example, specifically with trans people. Also, like I know this, for example, like there's this trans girl or trans woman who's older in the US. No, not in the US, in Canada. She's amazing. I love her. Like she transitioned very early. Like she transitioned early in her life, but also like she's older, you know, she's like, I think she's 60 plus.
Oh, okay.
So she transitioned back in the day when it was still very much like very underground. Like it was not at all what it is today. I think her name is Marty. I love her though. Like she's a fab creator, and you know, she has built a bigger platform. Like it's become bigger and bigger, and like she's a fab creator. Like she makes a lot of really cool, interesting story times or this and that. However, TikTok doesn't have the creator fund in the same way that we don't have it in Sweden. It doesn't exist in Canada in the same way either.
Really? Okay.
So her option is instead to have like, you know, I think she's made like some subscription based stuff, like on Instagram, and she has like I think she has a GoFundMe as well. I think.
Yeah.
And to me, I see that and I go, that's fab.
Yeah.
Like you need to do what you need to do. And she puts a lot of time and effort into her platforms.
Yeah.
And I think she has a podcast as well. And like I love to see her thrive, like personally.
Yeah.
So then I've just seen other people, like I know, and I've heard other people talk, not necessarily even online, but like I've heard people talk about the subject of like, oh, but why should other people fund her life as a, like if it's another person watching who's also trans, for example.
Yeah. And not mine. Or
sorry?
like, why should people fund her life and not my life?
Yeah, exactly. Or not even that also, but like, oh, if I can't afford it, why should I have to listen to her ask to get like donations, for example? I'm like, and I personally, I just think it's so stupid because I'm like, you don't have to. No one is forcing you. No one's forcing you to do that. If you don't have the money, you don't donate. That's fine. Or if you don't have the ability to help someone out, that's fine. But if there are people who are out there listening and who want to do that, and it is something that she has made into her job, I think that's fully reasonable. And I'm not saying it's, I haven't heard a lot about her specifically. I'm just bringing her up as an example of like someone who has made like content creation into
A career.
a career.
Yeah.
And it goes the same way for a lot of trans creators I see online, you know?
I think this goes for like influencers in general, not specifically trans people, but like I think people think you make more money than you actually do.
Yeah.
Because this is also what I thought before I had a following. I was like, okay, as soon as I have like 50,000 followers, I'm gonna get so many sponsorships. I'm gonna be rich almost, or not be rich, but maybe at least
Comfortable.
yeah, you know. But that was not the case, not at all, you know? Like right now, if I didn't have my coaching, I would not be able to do work with content creation. Because that alone doesn't give me that much, you know? So I think it's more difficult for trans content creators because there are not as many brands who want to work with you, unfortunately.
And that's also
compared
something
to cis people like us. Micro influencer who's cis, maybe they have like 10,000 followers. They can still get a few smaller like collaborations with brands. But if you are a trans content creator, these big brands typically don't want to work with you, and a lot of them want to work with more mainstream people because that's their target audience.
Yeah.
A few companies have their target, or for a few companies, the target audience is trans people. Usually these are just trans companies and they have less money, so they cannot pay you that much, you know?
That's the thing.
So as a content creator, you don't get that much unless you have a big following and you happen to work with big brands or collaborate with bigger brands, or if you have your own business, which is the route that most people take, because like social media alone is not going to get you that far, honestly.
No.
And if you're a trans content creator, this is even more difficult because, like I said, you don't have that many brands to choose from that want to work with you.
And especially nowadays, I've also seen the conversation online that like a lot of creators have noticed a significant difference the past year, 2 years, as like the Trump administration has gotten into office and taken over, versus what the conversation about trans people and like especially like around Pride. There was a lot more collaborations between brands and queer people in general, and also specifically trans people. However, now those same brands are giving very never mind, y'all are on your own. So it's giving very pink washing. Pink washing. No, it's pink washing. Like in the sense that these companies will use what they can get when it's
convenient,
quote unquote convenient.
That's
or
why
socially
also
acceptable.
A lot of queer content creators also get more collaborations around Pride.
Yeah.
Which is good. But then not for the rest of the year.
No.
Because then the companies are like, okay, now we don't want to work with you right now. But for Pride, it was good because we needed it. But now we don't. So then the creators kind of be like, okay, well, now I don't have any money.
Yeah.
And I make content every single day and put a lot of work into it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say that being a content creator isn't a nice job, but it takes so much more than people think.
It does. And this is like, don't get me wrong, because I really do not want this to come across as us complaining, because that's not what it's about. No. It's more so I get frustrated at seeing people complain or get confused as to why somebody would start their own business as a content creator who is trans and try to make a living off that, because it does take time. I mean, you like right now, for me personally, I work a full-time job and do this on the side. And it is very hard to fit in all the time to get it done. But I love it, and I have you helping. Like if I wasn't doing it with you, I absolutely would not have had the time to do this. Yeah. And you know what I mean? So it's like working full-time and doing social media is a lot. It's intense. So I don't know. I don't know. I feel like people look at trans people differently. Is all I wanted to make the point of, like, when it comes to these things, because
I don't want to pity like content creators either. That's really not the point I want to make. Like, but I get what you mean. Yeah.
I just have noticed like some weird observations people make online that I just don't personally agree with.
Yeah. Makes sense. Yeah. But we're super grateful for everyone listening and watching, and like it's magical being here, even though, like we mentioned before, we don't make any money off of this podcast, but we still do it because we love it so much. Yeah. Like I love sitting here talking to all of you people listening, and to you, Andre, obviously. And like I just remembered when we talked about wanting to have a podcast.
Yeah.
I remember we were at my old apartment drinking like some beer
Yeah.
in my couch, and just like we had such a nice conversation about like trans things. And then I was like, oh, it was so nice to just talk about this and have other people hear it too.
Yes.
Because I feel like a lot of people would benefit from it, and it would be so much fun
Yeah.
to do it.
Yeah.
So I'm just so glad, or it's crazy that we're actually sitting here now doing it.
No,
like
I
we said
agree.
we would. And then the only thing is, like, of course we're doing it now because it's fun, but if it's gonna be sustainable for a long time, you have to make something out of it to be able to keep doing it,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah. But
not in all cases, but usually.
yeah. I feel like,
That's just capitalism.
yeah, unfortunately, and we're slaves to the system, aren't we?
Yeah,
Aren't we all?
it sucks. Wish
But-
we could all just work for free. I'm kidding.
No, for real.
No, wait, not work for free.
Work for free.
Get shit for free.
Get shit for free. That would be nice.
Yeah.
But I will say one thing that I like, the reason why I also love the podcast so much is also like the overwhelming amount of people writing such beautiful things about like having a space to just sit here and listen to us. Like, we're just rambling. Like, let's be for real. We're just rambling about our lives and our experiences.
Yeah.
But the fact that some people find comfort in that, to me, means the world. Like,
Yeah.
I'm really happy. Like, whenever we get a DM and someone is writing like actually saying just like how much it means to them to be able to listen to this, to me, it makes it worth it.
Yeah.
I don't know how you feel, but personally, like, that's for me,
sure.
that's
I
like,
feel the same. Like, it makes everything so worth it
yeah.
to me, or
I
to
like,
us.
like, I don't think y'all understand, but like sometimes Benji and I will just send like screenshots
Yeah.
from the chat to each other. Like, I mean, we can both go into the account, but like sometimes I'll see something cute and I'm like, oh my God, you have to read this. Like, this
Yeah,
is
yeah.
so beautiful. And we'll
Yeah.
just sit there and like kind of both be like, I still personally can't believe
Yeah, same.
it.
Believe.
Believe.
Yeah, it's crazy. My dream with the podcast would be to have like a live podcast and actually see people and meet people
Yes.
listening,
Yes.
because I think that would make me cry for days.
I think so too. No,
In a-
I think
in a good
like
way.
I really, same.
Yeah, but that's a goal for the future.
Yeah. Who
Something
knows?
to work towards.
Who knows when that might happen?
Yeah.
Maybe we can. I don't know. I also don't know how many people listen to the podcast who are in Stockholm. Like, if we were to do a live podcast, let's say at our friend's bar, how many people would show up?
I think like 20, maybe.
Maybe. That could be nice though. Still.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
I don't know. Yeah.
All right. There's been a bit of rambling. Let's move on to the next subject.
We.
Wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you. When it's Christmas,
the
we have to do like
Christmas.
a Christmas special.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes. That's fab. Actually.
Or like a Halloween special, because Halloween is sooner.
Yes. Let's do a Halloween special. We're gonna do that.
Yeah. Okay, anyways.
Get ready for it. Wait
We-
for it. I love Halloween so much.
Same.
We have to do. In the beginning of October, we have to do a special. We have to do like the full on fall vibes.
We're going into those seasons now, though.
We
in
are, and it's my favorite time of the year.
September. Okay, anyways.
Fall people.
Cheers. I think the fly pooped in my glass. What is this?
Ew. What the fuck?
There was a fly in my glass, and now there was a little tooth flying around in there.
A little toot.
Okay.
A little more tooty and a little bit more fruity, honey. Oh. So we have a little bit of a topic to discuss. We had a listener comment on one of our YouTube videos, or on the podcast, whatever.
Yeah.
And they wanted us to talk a little bit about...
Can you just read it?
Okay. Fine, I will
let's,
read it.
Let's take this as this episode's listener's question, and then we'll talk a lot about it.
Yes, it's going to be a longer... It's because it's a longer topic,
Yeah, yeah.
but it is a listener's question. So it's going to be one and the same.
Okay.
one in a hole. Any hole is a goal type vibes. So anyway, so they wrote, "Hi, love your podcast. Have been listening from episode 1."
Oh,
That's fab.
yeah.
I have a topic suggestion. Could you maybe talk about maneuvering the toxic side of your gender while/after transitioning? I'm especially interested in how Benji finds his way to behave/become masculine without sliding off into toxic masculinity or bad ways of dealing with his emotions. Maybe just a question and not an entire topic. I think that sounds interesting.
And we're like, this is an entire topic.
This is an entire topic, but it is an entire topic.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I think it's just something you have to be very mindful of. So, but I fully understand, especially in the early stages of transitioning, that it's easy to fall into toxic masculinity because you just want to fit in with cis guys, or maybe you
Be one of the guys.
Yeah, maybe you watch cis guys as like your inspiration and you want to be like that. And I can easily fall into that hole sometimes. But I think it's mostly because some of the non-toxic masculine things, like just masculine or just like neutral in some ways, that you just do as a good person, are sometimes coded feminine because maybe it's more common for women to have that certain trait, for example. And just because of society and just gender roles, we think that some things are feminine when in reality they're not, you know? And like I said, especially when you're trans or a trans guy, you just want to fit in, you just want to be viewed as masculine, which can maybe look or be that you don't want to express your emotions in the same way anymore because you're afraid that people think that that means you're not as masculine. Or maybe they think, oh, right, you just do that because you're trans, so you're still a little bit of a woman in your mind. Or, you know, you get what I mean? And I can definitely still think like that sometimes, especially with like crying, for example. I have a hard time crying. Like with my girlfriend, for example, it's fine. Like with testosterone, it does become harder to cry and show emotion anyways. But when it bubbles up, it's more difficult to allow yourself to also show it. But like I said, with my girlfriend, it's fine. But if I'm like recording, or if I have old clips of me even crying, it's harder for me to share that with people, even though my audience is trans and I know they're not going to see me as less of a man if I cry. It's still like I've gotten a lot of hate comments from cis men saying that real men don't do that, or like, of course we can tell that you're not a man because you're crying on camera, or like some people think that, you know, like these comments are from cis men, so I should not care, but just because it's so vulnerable, it hurts a little bit, you know. So I'm just like, it just become a lot harder for me to do that. And I think it's very common for other people to feel the same way in like social scenarios, or like maybe with their friends, with their family, like especially with other men. Like I would have a hard time opening up and showing my emotions with my cis guy best friend. Even though I've done that before, it's more difficult now because I'm scared that he's gonna see me as less of a man because of it, you know? But obviously that's a big issue because as trans guys, we have this amazing ability to show emotion because we learned that that's okay. So to push that away would be horrible when it's something positive, you know? And we should just use that as something good to implement more in society and show that as guys, you know, that it's okay to cry or show your emotions, or maybe when it comes to clothing as well, like wear whatever you want. Doesn't mean that you're gay, doesn't mean that you're a girl. You can be a fully straight man and wear a crop top if you want to. And I know that there are a lot of, or some like cis male influencers who do that already and get a lot of like, oh, you're gay, la la la. But as a trans person, I feel like it's even more difficult because you can get dysphoric from it, even though
That's
it's
the
something that you
thing.
want.
Yeah.
So when it's really like connected to dysphoria, it's even more difficult. And also when it comes to like the way you talk, the way you walk, the way you sit, the way you move, like I have a lot of like dance moves that I love, but I don't do them anymore because I'm like, I'm scared people will think that I'm feminine because of it, or like that I'm not as much of a man as this guy who's just like chilling in the corner, being like super mysterious and cool and like, you know, gives off that vibe. I'm like, okay, I want to be as much of a man as he is, so I guess I'm gonna do that instead.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
which is a big issue, obviously.
What I've always thought about when it comes to this topic is, in a sense, like trans people have always been like pioneers of change and really have been at the forefront of like dismantling gender stereotypes and dismantling like systems we have in place in society. And I also feel like the most important thing to kind of remind ourselves of is that it's not that deep. You know what I mean? Like, I always try to think like, hey, they're not gonna, like, if they don't see me as a woman already, who the fuck cares? Who the fuck gives a fuck? Like, it's very easy to just like try and like, at least in your case, for example, they might not still see you as a man, like these cis guys, whatever. But just normalizing, looking the way you do and normalizing crying, for example, or normalizing showing emotion. I feel like that's such an important thing to then hopefully drive change amongst straight cis men who might see you, might not clock it and realize, oh, actually I can do that too. Or like, that's okay, showing emotion. And like, I feel like that's really important to also be there. It's a heavy burden, but and it also it is hard to deal with the dysphoria that comes with it, because I've sometimes gotten like comments of like, oh, but you're forward, girls aren't usually like that, so that's how I clocked you a little. I'm like, oh my god,
Forward in what way?
like that I could like text first or whatever. And I'm like, damn, y'all are so stuck by your gender stereotypes. You really care?
Yeah. That's fucking
You know what I
crazy.
mean?
It's so sad, though.
It is so sad, but people really function after society standards.
Yeah.
I don't care. I genuinely don't care. Like, I will ask a person out first if I want to. Because if I want something, I go get it.
Yeah.
But that to some people is weird because I'm supposed to be the girl or whatever in their mind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like people are robots.
that's the thing.
Because they're just like programmed with these things. Like, you're a man, so these are the things that you're allowed to do, and these are the things that you shouldn't do.
Exactly.
And they just like, in reality there are no rules, but they just follow it. And as long as someone doesn't, they're like, okay, they try to still squeeze you into this like some sort of category, you know, when you don't fit. It's
exactly.
just like, we're all just beings, you know. So like, I feel like when, like, before transitioning, for example, it would be really, like, I wouldn't be as ashamed, like, crying at the club or crying in the bathroom or, like, in the car, like, in the cab on my way home from the club, you know? I've done that. Or, like, in public. But now I would feel so ashamed if I did that. But I think it's also with men that I know, if I'm around men, I just want their approval so much. And I don't think, like, I think it's connected to the fact that I'm trans, but I think it's also connected to the fact that I'm a man. So I think that's why they're so want to prove how much they know, how strong they are, no emotion, because they all just want to be the best man somehow, you know? So it's so easy to get wrapped up in that. Even when you're trans, because you also want to show that you're a man. Because if you're gonna be around them, even if it's people that I know who are accepting of me, like my family, for example, like I have 4 bonus brothers. One of them are trans though, so he's fine. But the other 3 are cis men. So if I'm around them, I want to, show that I'm one of you. And if I do certain things that I did before transitioning, then I'm going to feel like they are going to connect me to womanhood more so than manhood. Or just see me as a separate being from them, which I am, but you get what I mean.
Yeah. I get you. And I feel like that line is so hard to kind of know where to place yourself on. Does that make sense? Like it's really like difficult to know what things to take in and to use to your advantage to help you feel less dysphoric and embrace as a trans person, because obviously you want to feel included and seen as the gender you identify with, but sometimes there are certain things that are just so fucking plain stupid that maybe you should not want to bring those with you or like to adapt to those norms. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But
it's so difficult because it feels like they're just like,
there's
like little snails who's trying to cling on to me, these toxic masculinity traits that I'm like, I'm trying to remove them, but it's so easy to get wrapped up in it.
I get that, but I think it helps. What I've noticed is it helps having queer people around you to discuss those things with, because I know you and I talk a lot about those things, like, and sometimes I tell you, I'm like, you're being stupid right now. Like, I've told you this before. Like, I don't agree. Like, I don't think that's a good thing to think. And then you're like, you take that into consideration and then maybe see it differently after. Yeah. But I think having constant communication and conversations about it helps a lot. Because sometimes it is so easy, like, to get wrapped up in your transition and to get wrapped up into the thinking of what do I have to do to pass more or this and that and yada yada yada,
Yeah, exactly. But I think a big reason to this is a big reason to why a lot of trans guys have to or feel like they need to grieve their womanhood and grieve being in that community and being feminine in that way, or not feminine but still having those positive things. Yeah. So because I feel like you think that you have to say goodbye to all of it just because you're transitioning into a man. Doesn't mean you have to say goodbye to being vulnerable or like wearing makeup, for example, if you want that, or like painting your nails, like whatever it is. All these things like that you think you need to leave is not true. No. Which is sad. It is that way because of society.
Exactly. No, for sure. I can still feel the same way with, like, there are obviously certain things about who I was before that I don't want to get rid of, even though it quote unquote might make me seem not as feminine.
Yeah. Because I think that's where you and I met as friends, that you had certain things that were quote unquote masculine and I had certain things that were quote unquote feminine, and we shared like doing our makeup or dancing to like whacker music or playing video games and like motorcycles. We both love motorcycles. So we have those things in common, but I feel like it's difficult to accept those parts of yourself still,
But for me, for example, I know that I personally I don't want to shrink myself for no one's sake. Like I don't want to be like, sometimes I'll take being clocky. I will take being seen as not every other cis girl, because honestly, sometimes I would rather have that than, like, for example, if I were to like not talk as much just so that I might not get clocked as much on my voice or this and that.
Sorry, I farted.
Oh my god. Like, I'm not gonna do that. I don't want to do that. I saw there's this really famous drag queen. I don't think you know who it is, but her name's Bosco. She's also trans woman. And she actually talked about this on a podcast episode really recently, that she will take the clock and be loud and be herself and be open and be all of those things. And
I think that's really important also to
Yes.
show people that you exist,
yes,
or like that it's, you don't have to be fully cis woman passing all the time.
Exactly.
And like normalize that.
and I'm not, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that cis girls don't also be loud or be
No.
like open and talk and be forward, for example. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that as a society, some people do expect that.
Yeah.
And if you divert from that people might think twice or like think about it. Whereas I'm like, I don't care. I don't want to put time and effort into thinking about those things, and I don't want to take that into me as a like person based off my transition. Like, I don't want that to be my new personality or my new persona, because I still value the fact that if I want something, I say it. If I go for something, I go for it. If I want something, I will make it happen. And I don't want to shrink myself down to fit society standards. And I think that's at least how I've approached like trying to not let, because I don't think that women are as toxic as men, for example. Like there's not like toxic femininity in the same way. So at least the question that was asked from that perspective, like I just try to not shrink myself is the equivalent. And I think it's easy to do that as a trans woman, because get told so often how wrong we are, or how we don't fit into society, or no one's gonna love us, no one will want to be with us, la la la, no one appreciates us. And I'm just like, if that's the case, but I'm being me and being authentically me, so fucking be it. Who cares?
Yeah.
You know? So that's how I really try to keep that feeling. And I have to remind myself sometimes. But yeah.
As you should.
I love seeing the dolls. Just let them be clocky, let them have fun, let them be vulnerable and open. Let the action figures be emotional and have their moment, and we're people.
Yeah.
But it is hard. It is a constant like mental struggle that you have to remind yourself of. I think that's going back to the question, that it's important to just, I don't know, kind of take that kind of into consideration.
For the toxic masculinity part, I think it's important to like think twice about what you're doing and why you're doing it. Like, why are you not choosing to open up to this person about something, or why are you choosing to not wear nail polish for this event that you would want to otherwise, maybe, and like choose the more difficult option in that case, and don't fall for the toxic masculinity, even though it's enticing to be passing in that way and like blend in, you know. Choose what you want at heart and how you want to express yourself, and what you want to say, and whatever it is about your expression or just needs.
Yeah. I think,
if that makes sense.
yeah. And I think another thing just in general is like really think about what aligns with your values.
Yeah.
Is this something you would have appreciated about yourself if you actually genuinely could take yourself out of the situation and look at it? Would you look at yourself and be like, yeah, I like what I'm doing right now? If not, then maybe could be good to look at why you're doing it.
Yeah. All right, y'all.
Well,
hope this video was oh, it is a video.
Yeah.
Entertaining, helpful, and please leave a comment on YouTube or Spotify, and please follow us on Instagram at Trans and Transparent, and or join our Discord group. And like I mentioned in the previous episode, we also have a Spotify playlist for all the outro songs, or almost all the outro songs, on our podcast episodes.
It is linked on our stories highlights on Instagram.
Yes.
If you can find it.
And on link, it's in Linktree.
It's in the Linktree as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On Instagram.
Yeah. We
Wish
hope
you a Merry
you...
Christmas.
No. We hope y'all had a great one and you enjoyed this episode. And we will be back in the next
week
episode.
with a guest.
Yes. I'm really excited for it.
Okay.
I think you're going to like it.
Yes. We all love you so much. We all love you.
Oh, huh?
We love you all so much. I said we all love you.
We all love you.
You, me, and the spirits.
All of them. Yep. Around here. Anyway, we love you guys, and hopefully we'll catch you in the next episode. Bye.
Everybody, young, old, all you lovers, this is our time to rise back from the sand and claim